This is a short review of the police helicopter incidents that just happened. So, I'm not going to talk about the locations, I'm going to talk about the purpose. So, I believe that the purpose was so that I would misidentify the helicopters so that they could say there were two. And so that I would mix up the size of the helicopters. And that's consistent with the theme from earlier today with the white silencer mini helicopter and then the police helicopter flying in the exact same line on the same tilt, doing the same odd movement. And so they're trying to mix it up and say that I'm misidentifying the helicopters and that there's more than one. So that's why I'm mistaken, and it's not just one helicopter sitting around in circles harassing me. There's multiple helicopters surveilling for the good of the community. And so the first one that flew by, I at first I thought it was the small helicopter, and they've tuned the large helicopter to sound a little screwed up, like a little more airy, but it's not possible because because of the weight, there's like a smoothness, like a chop, where it's like this full sound. Like, that's the best I can explain it. And so it's hard to make that helicopter sound like it's the small one. And so they tuned it a little different. So that one went by and it had the lights on, but no running lights, just the tail flasher and this other little side flasher. And the side flasher purposefully lights up the front side of the helicopter. And then because of its positioning, it makes the side really bright and look really small, but it's missing like 30-40% of the actual size because it's like a sphere. It's not a sphere, but it's rounded sides, so the light doesn't reach around all the way to the nose and the front and the top and the bottom, so it makes it look like a smaller copter. And so that one was I can't say that I'm sure about any of these, but I'm near positive. So the first one was the large helicopter, and it had the light shining on the side to make it look small, and it was tuned kind of funny because of that. And then when I started to misidentify it as a small helicopter, the dude immediately moved in a way that he was pleased. And so I read that, and then I realized because of the sound and the fullness of the chop that it was the large helicopter. And then, not because of his actions, that just solidified it for me. And then because, oh, well, we'll take that at his word, so now he's misidentified that one, so now we'll send the small one out. And the second one had a different airiness, like the lightness of chop, without the weight, but it was tuned really well. The last couple of times it wasn't tuned this well to sound like the other one, so it was really tuned well to sound like the bigger one. It had more consistency, like what I was talking about, that fullness of chop, but it was missing the weight. And so I'm pretty sure the second one was the small one. Just if you work backwards, consistent with the theme of what they're trying to accomplish, so that I would misidentify them. And then since I supposedly misidentified the first one, then to send the second one out immediately after. And so it's just, I'm not able to walk over close enough and identify it because I'll get arrested. So I think that whatever they're doing, they purposefully send them by for whatever part of their little grand scheme, so that I misidentify them